Namaste, welcome to Youth TV Show Season 8. In today's episode, we are featuring Nepal's top 7 young poets produced by Leadership Academy. The topic for the final round of Category 6 Bachelor's level is Innovation and You. Our finalists are Supriya Gupta, studying in Nepal Law Campus, Kathmandu; Prajwal, studying in Institute of Engineering, Pulchok, Lalitpur; Manisha, Koirala, studying in Little Buddha College of Health Science, Kathmandu. Congratulations to all the finalists for making it to the final round in this national poetry competition. Our judges for today's final round are Santosh Shah, he is the president of Leadership Academy; Ida Bear-Halter, she is the innovation thought leader; Cheryl Groff, she is the National Director of Habitat for Humanity, Nepal. We will now begin with the first round of our poetry competition. May I request Supriya Gupta to come up on the stage with her first poem.
When I were young, the darkness was my old friend. I talked with him again and again, because a vision was creeping and left seeds when I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain is still left as the darkness and the dream. When I came to teenage, the planted darkness like a cancer grew. There was no one to listen to my dreams. There was no one to listen my love, joy, desires. There was no one to make me laugh. There was no one to show me the right path. On the 8th December 2011, I lost him and he lost me. He is nobody and I am nobody. That night, thousands and thousands of millions of the people bowed and prayed to the dead body that was needed to save. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said, this is the creation of God. Everybody has to go one day. The only thing is that, with or without time, what happens for the best. What is happening for the best, and what will happen for the best. By listening to this, a woman waked up. She waked up. She was in hurry. She carried her children and started finding the determination through her innovation. She has 3 children. All 3 were in fear. She educated them and made them very superior. When I'm old, I don't have any dreams. I don't have any desire, lust, love. I lost him and he lost me. He is nobody and I'm nobody. All the love, desires have lost because he is lost. There is no one to fill my emotions. There is no one to make me laugh. My tears all became dry because I'm nobody and he is nobody. And I lost him and he lost me. Thank you.
May I request Pradhan to come up on the stage with his first poem.
The topic of my poem is innovation for me. Imagine, just once for a moment, a little boy pickpocketing your purse just to buy his little sister a chocolate sitting beside you. US, Russia, North Korea, and all the terrorists vandalizing the world with terror, shaking hands with you. A Syrian rebel and a famished Nigerian sharing foods with you. Don't get real, just imagine. Once, I struck 2 stones and somehow I built a fire. Time flew and right now I talk with a machine. Those useless stones, sands, irons, and much more that are lifeless, somehow I gave them a purpose. See those dogs, have they even evolved? I came from within the ground and absorbed beyond and beyond. Still, look at those street children, those 20 million people in Nigeria and Somalia starving for a morsel of rice. Even those dogs I say unevolved, they get to eat. I wonder, how innovative are we? An idea, what if we could fly like a bird, was an idea. Those spears we used to hunt, what if we could attack from distance, was an idea that changed the world. But the idea, what if we all humans could be equal and happy, is still an idea. And as I said, just imagine, we all humans equal and happy, the humanity at its 21st century. Well, nonetheless, we developed. Who cares if more than half the population suffers? It's Darwinism. I innovate, I survive. But still, there is a problem, there is a possibility, and sometimes there is a sigh. I tried, but I wonder, how are we not so innovative enough? We have innovations for machines, innovations for science, innovations for development, and innovations for innovations, but still people die, still people suffer, and still people kill. Now where is that innovation? I question again, where is that innovation that led us from hunting animals to hunting people? I don't care if a machine becomes a human unless a human is a human. We aren't innovative enough. Because see, unless my imagination don't get real, until the idea of innovation is not created, the idea of innovation is never complete. Sometimes I think we hide behind our own innovation. We look around complications and sheer demand of humanity. We're afraid of being humans and we're innovating for machines. But look, we are the innovations. I am the innovation. For I am that little boy, I am that Syrian rebel, I am that terrorist, and I am that famished Nigerian. So it's not innovation. I reiterate, it's not innovation at all unless it's an innovation for me. Thank you.
May I request Manisha Koirala to come up on the stage with her first poem.
My topic is a common goal. Success itself rise, together and united, when these young smiles go by. It's been a long since you hide, make a step toward taking the hurdles beside. Toward the path you dream, to the happiness you chose. How you imagined the world when you were not too grown, when you were innocent and still a child. You drew a wonderful world with a beautiful garden and people with smiles. Now is the time to make them vivid and alive, one by one. So come, take a step forward, toward the better, toward the humanity. Let's plant the seed that yields a common fruit, peace and welfare everywhere. Progress should be no more monotonous and grouped, for this innovation is to be proved. We dwelt in sufferings, bitterness, and so on. Now give and walk hand in hand, hopes in eyes, faith in heart. Whether inspired or despised, strong or broken, let's never leave a feet behind, for the time has come to move on. They say it's never late to start. Things can begin again. No work is so hard when thousands of people rule. No success is too far when millions of feet walk toward a common goal. What's your aim? Which one will you value? Whether you judge high or low, old or new, whatever. The good future is when every dreams come true. When every dreams come true. Thank you.
May I now request the finalists to come up on the stage. May I request the judges for their feedback.
Supriya, I found your poetry to be emotional, Prajwal ironical, and Manisha very positive. In the second round, please work a bit on your pronunciation.
Supriya, for you it was very spiritual, and it was, and then the delivery needs to help me as a listener to follow you, because the innovation part was a kind of a little bit hidden in your poem. So it was difficult for me to get it, and actually I need to read it again and then to capture it. So that was difficult for me, but on the other hand, you encouraged me to read it again. So maybe it was on purpose, I do not know. So it could be that you kind of said, I want you to not just digest it and go, but I want you to think about it and to take the effort. So, not sure. For you, Bhadra, it was really, the delivery was very emotional, and you kind of did the modulation, and the body language was really on the spot. So I do not know how often you rehearsed that, but it was really, either you have a talent or you did a lot of rehearsals, but it was really on the spot. And it was like you were in a film, you were living it, but you took me with you in this film, so I could live it with you. It was very, very beautifully done. And it was also, it was very on the innovation. So I liked it a lot, because I found the topic immediately. It was not for me to, I did not as a listener, did not need make an effort to to find the topic in your poem. So it was really, you made it easy for me to follow. Manisha, it was really very positive, was rather a question to start dreaming about the possibilities. And I understood that when you start dreaming, then you touch also things you might do. So it was also it's as spiritual as yours, but you already kind of framed the innovation in it. It was really not as narrow as you made it. It was really broader and was really handed over to the listener to start dreaming. It was very beautifully done. Thank you all.
Prajwal, I felt you did a very excellent job of moving me with very simple language, but a very compelling idea, which was that yes, we hear a great deal about innovation, but who are we also leaving behind in our world, and have we actually created, or are we creating something that's meaningful for everyone and that moves the world forward in a positive way? So I really appreciated the message of your poem and felt that you delivered it very clearly.
Now we will begin with the second round of poetry competition. May I request Supriya Gupta to come up on the stage with her second poem.
People says, do this, do that. I say, do what? Do something really very innovative. Do something very interesting. Do something what you desire to do. Bring the change and make the world full of engage. We as the innovators makes the world better, safer, faster, smarter and more social. He is free and fair. He speaks, but we never hear. He is very nearer. Though we get in failure, but it lives very nearer. Guess what it is? Yes, it is success. Success is our friend that makes us very trained. We can find him in our imagination and vision. I too found in my imagination and made my determination through the innovation. Through the innovations. The future lies in our hand, so do as much as you can. The population is growing, poverty is unbearable, corruption is increasing. What to do, what not to do, what the government will do, what the government will not do. Don't think of it. Let's unite together and make the tremendous nation. A nation with no poverty, a nation with no corruption. Just imagine. A Nepal with no poverty, a Nepal with no corruption. So let's unite together and make the tremendous Nepal. A Nepal with no poverty, a Nepal with no corruptions. Just imagine, there would be no better innovation like this. Just imagine once. Thank you.
May I request Prajwal Pradhan to come up on the stage with his second poem.
The topic of my poem is innovation, a story of an innovator. They say, it used to be dark at night. We had legs to move across the continents, and innovation happened. I look at a circle, move along it, round and round, round and round. I start, and again start from that same little dot, just round and round. Now see, I'm not moving at all, and that's what scares me. Past several months, I got stuck. I was tired, I was fed up. Right here, I had it. I felt I had it. I saw it happen. But it was a mirage. I was in a desert, digging and digging. But the hole only got bigger. I can't. It's impossible. I threw that problem to the problem and moved along. That same normal life where every little solutions exist and enjoying the bright of the night. Wait. What if I were the Thomas Edison of the future? What if these bloody little words? Okay, let's start first. Look, it's a line now. I'm moving. I am moving. No, don't bend, forget it. Back to the same circle. I need an idea. This world is full of ideas, but still I need an idea. Here, every second, every moment, a world turning idea said. But what if we never innovated? What if The innovators stopped thinking, and what if the sparks of that stones just remained spark? Who would we be then? I started working on the projects. It was so simple and easy. It's so easy to live on others' ideas. You just touch it and push a mountain. And here I had a hitch. And I just thought, I just wish he had an idea. I just wish she had an idea. I'm just a failed piece of shit. Some innovations are just imaginations. Some innovations are just a dream. And I just wish I stopped dreaming. That circle keeps haunting me, mocks me for a failure. And I just wish I had an idea. I just wish I had an idea. It's a reality. Let's face it, it's a reality. It's a reality with a time loop. It's a circle. It's just a time loop. I just need to look from the other angle. I moved round and round, and start from that same little dot. Just round and round. I just need to look from the other angle. The arms of the clock moves around. Tick, tick, tick. And with it, seconds turn to minute and minutes turn to hour. It's a circle that moves. Yes, it's a circle that moves. I moved round and never moved at all. I just needed to be in a circle that moves. Eureka, a new innovation. I told you I had it. I felt I had it. I just needed to look from the other angle. Thank you.
May I request Manisha Koirala to come up on the stage with her second poem.
The topic of my poem is rewards. What will you reward, a death or life? If I raise voice against violence, if I speak of equality, tell me how would you punish? If I say no to the corruption, should I die as Gangalal? If I stand alone against your trillions, how would you name me, an insane or witty? If an instrument is made that would take you to the stars, and if a new language I evolve to communicate with the sun, how would you praise me or abrupt? You would choose life, development to discoveries, and wonder in every pace it takes. I would make a vehicle to travel past the future. And if benefit it makes, how I must deserve a reward. The world is changing, rules are being made. Which philosophy you prefer, Plato's or your own? What if I replace E is equal to mc squared? If a new formula I made, what would I get? All we seek is happiness, all we seek is peace. Inventions and amusement, astronomy and astrology. If these all work for people's sake, how would you practice? If I implement them, what would you give? If I shower you with riches and fame, if I gave you luxury and comfort, tell me, what would you reward? Oh, tell me, what would you reward? Thank you.
May I now request the finalists to come up on the stage. May I request the judges for their feedback.
Manisha, in your poem, Rewards, I appreciated your use of language and the ideas expressed there. Prajwal, again, the story of an innovator. It was very clear to follow your story and your frustration as an innovator and feeling I got caught up in the images that you used, and that was from the tika to the clock, and your use of the symbol of a circle and digging a hole that you as an innovator fall into was very creative and consistent throughout the poem, and that was very rich. And Supriya, I thought you did very well in your presentation of your poem this time and seemed more relaxed in the presentation of your poem. was a positive message, but solid recognition of the need for social change. You expressed it with passion and brought your audience along, fired us up.
Supriya, you took the word innovation to me to a totally different bucket, because you brought it to social innovation. You know, when I listened to you, I said, yeah, social innovation, why always technical, innovation, and why always innovation in this manner we kind of box it in. You know, you could maybe come from another angle. So I liked the modulation much more, so I could really feel that you felt much more comfortable on stage, and that you could concentrate on delivering the poem and were not concentrating on, finding your feet on the stage. So it was really much better performed. So you were really more with yourself. Prajwal, if you have not planned it to lose the track, because actually what happened, that you lost the plot, was actually perfect, in line with the dilemma you were delivering to our kind of cinema in our head, the dilemma of the inventor, like, I want this, and then I got stuck, and then you lost the plot and you got stuck, and it was really, so it worked perfectly, actually. Manisha, you gave an inspiration, like inventing a language to speak to the sun is really, you brought things together which not naturally would fit, but when you made it, it felt really right.
Supriya, I liked your second poem much better. I mean, although your first poetry has its own originality, you took our suggestions into account. Prajwal, you did again take us into an imagination. It was very vivid and quite dramatic this time as well. And again, but I liked your first one, if I had to choose between the two. And Manisha, very thought-provoking, and you improved also a lot in a very few minutes, and much better. Excellent work.
The judges are finalizing their marks, and we are eagerly waiting to know who is declared as the winner and runner-ups of Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets Category 6 Bachelor's level. I would like to request our judge Santosh Shah to announce the result.
First winner of Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets Category 6 Bachelor's level is Prajwal Pradhan. And the second winner of Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets Category 6 Bachelor's level is Manisha Koirala. The third winner of Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets Category 6 Bachelor's level is Supriya Gupta.
Congratulations to the winner and the runner-ups. May I request our judge Shara Groff to come up on the stage and hand over the certificate to the first winner. May I request our judge Ida Bear-Halter to come up on the stage and hand over the certificate to the second winner. May I request our judge Santosh Shah to come up on the stage and hand over the certificate to the third winner. Leadership Academy conducts 4 competitions every year: Nepal's Top 7 Debaters, Nepal's Top 7 Young Poets, Nepal Model United Nations, and Model SARC. If you are a student between grade 7 and bachelor's level and interested to audition for any of these 4 annual competitions, application submission are now open. To apply, you can call our office at 425-7250 or visit us at facebook.com Leadership Academy KTM. We will be back next week with a new episode of Youth TV show. Until then, have a great week ahead. Namaste.